seeing his matches, and he's really playing well. Yeah, I'm very proud of him.
So aside from his amazing Magic accomplishments, what are you most proud of about Shahar?
Well, Magic is...
Hello everyone and welcome for the finals here at Grand Prix Madrid. Marijn Leibart, Simon Gertsen, Rafael Levy, Pro Tour winner, Hall of Famer, no one. Anyways, we're ready for the finals and we've got a teamer mirror. We've got teamer Scapeshift playing against teamer Delver in the finals. Till Riffert playing against Immanuel Gerschenson. It's gonna be awesome and the players are ready, so we're gonna move over to the feature match area right away. And there are our players. Till Riffert on the left playing Scapeshift, Immanuel Gerschenson on the right playing teamer Delver. I don't remember seeing this matchup before actually in the feature match area. We've seen a lot of matchups. Now guys, who do you think is favorite in this one?
I think that Scapeshift has the tools to beat Delver because you can actually control the early game somewhat, but you're also threatening quite a potent threat with just the Scapeshift one card combo kill.
And do you agree with that, Rafael?
If Scapeshift reaches the 3 or 4 mana, like if it doesn't stumble on the colored mana, I think it's ahead.
It's ahead. So Dictator time is gonna be the Treasure Cruise. You guys think? I'm gonna go for Immanuel Gerschenson. His deck has been doing pretty well. Let's not forget that his friend Patrick Tomalich also closely. Well, he lost last round, so he's almost top 8 as well. So it seems like Teamer Delver is a pretty good deck, and I like how Tarmogoyf completely changes this matchup. Whereas a 1/2 haste guy, the one for red, he would just die to Lightning Bolt. Tarmogoyf is just very big.
What you have to consider is that Till Riffert has 4 Lightning Bolts and 2 Pyroclasms. Pyroclasms, even with Tarmogoyf in Immanuel Gerschenson's deck, is going to be good, but I think Lightning Bolt is maybe the most important card. Because if Till Riffert has that in his opening hand, then he can actually stop a lot of the early damage. If he doesn't, he's basically forced to race a deck that's also playing remands, that's also playing these treasure cruises for more burn spells and so on.
Yeah, if we look at Immanuel Gerschenson's deck, he's actually got 2 Spell Snare, 2 Spell Pierce, and 2 Remand, so he does have quite some counters. He's also packing Negate and Dispel in the sideboard, so after sideboard things are even getting worse for Till Riffert.
Mulligan to 6 by both players as far as I can tell.
Now, and is this in favor of the Teamer Delver deck or the Teamer Scapeshift?
Well, the way I like to answer these questions is who's favored if both players mulligan down to 0, and I think that would definitely be Teamer Delver, because Scapeshift needs the answers, the lands, the permission, and then the combo kill. Whereas Teamer Delver, if it has a land and a Delver, it's already, well, capable of winning basically. So I think mulligans overall should favor Teamer Delver.
And now off to Island for Immanuel Gerschenson, off a Misty Rainforest. Serum Visions, draws a card and put 2 cards on the bottom. Let's see what Till Riffert can do.
He does have a Treasure Cruise in hand, so it's just an investment as well.
Yeah. Let's
Dark
see.
Ritual.
Till Riffert can do anything. He's going for Misty Rainforest. Probably going for a forest here because he is holding a Search for Tomorrow, also holding a Remand, but a lot of lands for Till.
If you could draw off a card off your Dark Ritual, it would be much better. But that's what Touchscore does.
It's pretty crazy how Delph just changes the card evaluations here. The graveyard is just a very important resource for both of these players. Till Riffert has shown some pretty impressive dig through times, especially in the quarterfinals against Marcio Carvalho. He kept open a red mana, needed to find Lightning Bolt, did so, and handled Liliana. That was quite impressive. I get the feeling, like fetching an island here, that Immanuel Gerschenson might be trying to stay above 18 once again, which I've seen a lot of players do against Scapeshift, but I'm actually not sure if, okay, so much about that, because I'm not sure how much that tempo loss is actually worth it.
Yeah, here we see a Gitaxian Probe, so we get a good look at Till Riffert's hand. There's Island, Misty Rainforest, Steam Vents, and Remand for Till Riffert. Not the best hand, right?
Immanuel's opponents are not drawing the best hands against him in the
Oh yeah,
in these last
that
games.
semifinals was just devastating.
Yeah, that was brutal. This is a brutal ending to terrific tournament.
I mean, I feel like if Immanuel just has any threat here, especially at Tarmogoyf, this game could be over quickly.
Especially if he gets to resolve it before remand is live.
Now let's
Well,
see.
he's gonna resolve it now.
Yeah, he actually has it, so he can just cast it.
Yeah, and it's already a 2-3 with a lightning bolt that would grow to a 3-4, so even lightning bolt doesn't kill it. Yeah, this is like it's gonna grow to a 4-5 probably soon. Well, at least a 3-4. It might stay a 3-4 for a while. So that's a 5-turn clock.
Yeah, actually, not that many creatures that can go into the graveyard if Immanuel doesn't play any.
Yeah.
But instant sorcery and land are pretty easy. Now, and Immanuel is going to try to get an instant into his graveyard. I think he's actually holding a Thought Scour, so that makes it rather easy. Might even mill a creature into his own graveyard.
Yeah, now search for tomorrow. Suspend 1. Till Riffert draws another land for Till
Another
Riffert.
land,
Yeah.
wow.
So not sure if he's too happy about that. Will he play a fetch land here?
I'm pretty sure he's not happy about that.
Yeah, he plays a Misty Rainforest. Says go, hoping to remand something, maybe draw into some gas. But Immanuel already quite in the lead there, despite this early in the game.
And Immanuel knows what's up. So Immanuel is not going to cast Treasure Cruise into remand mana if he doesn't have to.
And now Thought Scour hits the bin, a Lightning Bolt and Island with that. Also Serum Visions off the top, so Immanuel Gerschenson, he will be drawing a lot of cards and filling his graveyard in the meantime. That was actually one of the ways a creature could hit the graveyard with Thought Scour. But he didn't hit it.
Serum Visions.
Yeah, now
I think he has to go for the Remon.
this is like the fourth cantrip Immanuel Gerschenson is
It's
playing.
interesting if you want to remand just as a minor tempo play and draw the card, or if you are basically saying this remand is for the first Treasure Cruise. I think both is viable. It's not really clear. Like if you have such a bad hand as Till does, it might be just that you have to draw
you
extra
actually want to
cards.
draw a card. Maybe he can wait a turn to draw a card. Maybe kind of like remanding the Serum Vision is not exactly a great play. But
You kind of know that your opponent's just going to play a
Yeah.
land and replay it.
well, you don't know if he's going to draw a land.
Yeah, and there we see Search for Tomorrow off suspend.
Actu-
Gets Till Riffert the turn mana, but he's got enough mana. He needs business here.
Actually,
Uh,
didn't he draw the land?
He
He
needs
didn't
to.
do
He needs to handle the Tarmogoyf there.
the other land he had was Stomping Ground. I'm not sure. I think so.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter anymore since the Serum Vision just resolved. Remand still in the hand.
Oh, dig through
for
time.
Yeah, dig through time. Actually gonna be quite a big one. Does he have another
No.
fetch land?
And
Seems-
another reason why he could have played the Remon.
Yeah, now it's easy. Now that we know
No.
he drew dig through time.
It was easy for Rev Levy before that.
Yeah, well, I saw that coming.
Yeah, you saw
So,
that. Okay.
I think Till is still in a great shape.
But in
If-
fact, if he would have remanded
Still is
on
in a
his
great
turn, he
shape?
wouldn't have drawn it because he shuffled his.
No, he
okay,
might
life
I don't think
every-
that's at all relevant. The question is really, do you wait for maybe a 2-mana spell, for example, a Young Pyromancer? Do you only counter Treasure Cruise? Or are you willing to just fire it off on a Serum Visions or some other 1-mana spell that just gets replayed sooner or later? And I don't think that's an easy decision. Till is definitely, if he didn't counter the Serum Visions last turn, I think he's going to let pretty much all 1-mana spells resolve at this stage.
Well, he knows about the he knows about the. Like Immanuel knows about the Remon, so he's not gonna play like dumb against it.
Well, if he doesn't play it, then he's not drawing 3 cards. That's good
If
too.
my opponent is not casting any spells, I'm happy not casting my remand. So it's kind of a So I think this is the big question. Is this this is juicy
Alright.
enough. And I think he got more out of the remand by playing it the way he did.
He draws Valakut off the top, another land. At least he could possibly resolve his dig through time next turn.
But he's not ramping either, so he's
Right.
not getting extra lands into play.
He
But
already
like
has
next turn.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have five lands, but even if he draws Escape Shift, like he will need to draw Escape Shift and the Farseek.
I'm not sure, Rav, because he's still on 15. Tarmogoyf is still only 3 power. The remand didn't put the young Pyromancer into the graveyard. Till Riffert goes down to 12, and he's gonna have natural land drops, and he, by waiting a bit with the remand, he did also delay the impact of the treasure cruise. Now Immanuel is kind of facing a tough decision because he kind of knows that his clock might not be fast enough.
It's a 2-turn clock.
Now we see a fetch for Immanuel Gerschenson. He moves to what is 12 or maybe even 11, no 12. Gets himself an island, so no young Pyromancer for him. He might just go for a treasure cruise here, hoping to draw his spell pierce.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I would have played the Pyromancer here.
I agree.
Just to have a bit faster clock.
This looks like he's playing around another remand or a cryptic command, but I don't think that's what you want to be doing.
Like there was, since he has 2, like I don't know, it feels.
Yeah, anyways, he draws 3 cards. He draws a spell pierce, which he did need to counter dig through time. I guess we're not going to see a creature here. Yeah, there we go. He says go. Till Riffert draws a card.
I'm actually not sure
It's a Scapeshift.
if Till wants to fire off the dig through time. Now that he has a Scapeshift,
none on his turn.
maybe it becomes more interesting to force your opponent to tap out if he wants to counter it.
Yeah, but then you basically want to do it on turn 6, at the end of turn 6, so you can resolve Scapeshift after that. But maybe he's dead by that time.
Yeah, but just imagine if Immanuel had a young Pyromancer in play. That would be so much better now.
He wouldn't have had, but he wouldn't have been able to counter the dig through time.
But he's not dead next turn. Like the thing is with the Pyromancer, he would have faced lethal next turn, and now he's not facing lethal next turn.
I think countering dig through time is also not your main priority. The main priority is winning before your opponent just gets an overwhelming advantage.
Now we see Immanuel play a Stomping Ground, goes down to 10.
Oh, he has a bolt. He
Taps
also
an
drew a
island
bolt.
and a Stomping Ground. Is he playing another Tarmogoyf, or is it just going to be a young Pyromancer?
Oh yeah, he has another Tarmogoyf. So now, yeah, he has lethal with the bolt.
Yeah, Lightning Bolt plus the 2 Tarmogoyfs is indeed enough. But is he just going to keep up mana for Spell Pierce?
I think he has to dig through time. It's not actually lost. Like if he has a Tri-Builder, like if he counters there.
There we see dig through time. Is it gonna resolve, or is Immanuel Gerschenson gonna spell pierce that?
That's a really tough one.
It's super interesting that it's actually viable to let this resolve, and Immanuel does it.
Yeah.
I think that's
that's
very high level play.
Because if he has, like Till is gonna look for a Farseek or a Sacred Tri-Builder.
Also, Till is not going to put his opponent on spell pierce now.
Well, he could.
Honestly, I'm not sure.
It's super dangerous because now he can have Cryptic Command. And Cryptic Command just wins the game.
Yeah.
I think it's.
I'm not sure about letting this one resolve.
Yeah.
It's only bad against Search for Tomorrow plus Sakura plus Scapeshift, or Tri-Builder plus Scapeshift.
No.
Yeah, Sakura Tri-Builder gets you 7 land, but so does the 3 mana one, Search for Tomorrow, and you can use that mana since it comes into play on tap.
So I think he just win the game. Like Immanuel needs to draw another counter.
Yeah.
Because now Till is gonna tap.
But I guess playing the young Pyromancer there wouldn't have done much, right?
He would have been on 2. He would have been on 7 here.
I think the main problem is the one turn where Immanuel could have cast the Pyromancer instead of the Treasure Cruise.
What is Till gonna do there?
No, he shouldn't counter.
Counter the bounce?
He should tap.
He can counter bounce. That's not a line?
Is that a line? I don't know. That would be, he would be on...
He would stay at 9. Counter bounce takes 4, takes 3.
Could work. Okay, maybe upkeep. Yeah, that's right. That's really good.
Tapping is just
tapping upkeep is good.
Saving the most damage.
He has a remand in hand as well. He drew he drew the Scapeshift, got a remand and a Cryptic Command off the dig through time.
Now, what are the
That's
outs for
crazy.
Immanuel Gerschenson? Because we were thinking he was gonna win. Does he have any outs to this next turn?
Remand maybe.
And he draws a young Pyromancer, guys.
Thanks for informing us, Simon
It's quite,
Kirchen.
quite
we were,
relevant.
we were still looking for the outs, but it feels like he just lost a game where we thought he was way ahead, right?
Well, Simon always said he was not ahead.
This was the dictator time. He
But-
should have countered that one.
But didn't Till play this absolutely correct by
Oh, yeah,
slow playing the remand,
he-
making his
he-
opponent scared of his spells, rather than the other way
Could
around?
be, could be.
We're-
Yeah.
But we're talking about the spell pierce on the dictator time. That seemed wrong to me. And you guys agree that it was right? Like it got him so many cards.
That's
I think
true,
he,
that's
I
true.
think he figured that by not countering, he would entice his opponent to try to go for the win.
When he didn't have it.
The turn, yeah.
Yeah.
Because if Till had maybe the search for tomorrow Scapeshift, he might have just gone for it.
Yeah. He may be countering the dig through time when that was the right play.
And now
Marijn, you would have won.
now we see treasure cruise from
Yeah.
Immanuel Gerschenson.
He's going to be remanded.
He even taps his. Well, he taps his second red. If he would have kept like stomping ground, and yeah, it's gonna get remanded indeed. So this is game, right?
Does
think
Till
it's-
have a land?
Does it matter?
Yeah, he does. He has Valakut in hand.
Oh yeah, Till needs a land. Yeah, he needs a 7th land.
No, he has. I think he has at least one or two. He has a Valakut for sure.
He also had a lot of them in his starting hand, so.
So what is he looking for here?
And now he's spell piercing and looking for remands. He gets a detection probe, so he gets one more draw. But can he still play a land here?
Look at Till. He's looking at his opponent like he's gonna jump at the throat. He just passed the turn already. Yeah, come on. Are you done? Are you done yet? Are you done yet? My turn. My turn.
Fetch. No. Immanuel going down to 9, so now even three triggers from Valakut is enough. I guess you might as well just go to 7, right? Maybe he has to win. It
He's
doesn't
gonna
have
go
another
down
basic.
3 and get bolted. No need for Scapeshift.
Seems like there's no basic island left for Immanuel, so he might have to go for a mountain. Well, does it actually matter? He could.
He has nothing.
Wait, if he goes down to 7, then plays the detection probe, he goes to 5,
gets double
then
bolted.
double bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to get for go for
Yeah.
a mount. But actually, if he goes to 9, yeah, that's not enough.
Look, my turn. Look at him.
How would you be, man? This is the finals
Oh, I
of the
know,
Grand Prix.
I know.
Of course you want. Look
Look
at
at-
this.
look
I got
at
the
my hand.
Scapeshift.
Look at my hand. You know, you're nothing. You're nothing.
You have to remand. Is
That-
that
that's
another
Scapeshift,
dictator? No,
right?
that's a dictator time. That's a second dictator time actually. So
Oh,
his
yeah.
plan is clear. Scapeshift next turn. Here we have Toby Henke taking a picture from the right moment, writing down all the cards.
Why would you
Immanuel
write it down?
Gerschenson.
Oh, yeah. Just in case.
Is that a remand? It was a blue card. I didn't see it. No, it's a sulfur false. This is gonna be game 1 to Till Riffert. Let's see. Cryptic command just in case. This is dangerous. It would have been better if he hadn't drawn the.
No, he's played enough rounds with this deck to know when he has to go for it.
There we see Scapeshift. Does it resolve? There we have it. The scoop from Immanuel Gerschenson. Till Riffert picks up game 1 here in the finals of Grand Prix Madrid. Very well played. And a slight mistake maybe with the spell pierce.
I actually think that the bigger mistake was not playing Young Pyromancer. I can see not countering the dig. I think it turned out pretty bad, but I don't understand why you wouldn't want to add the Young Pyromancer to the board to increase the pressure.
I agree.
Seems like our two pros agree. And now let's take a look at both of these players' sideboard. Let's start with Immanuel Gerschenson's sideboard. I see 2 Ancient Grudge, 2 Dragon's Claw, 1 Hibernation, 1 Destructive Revelry, 2 Negate, 1 Dispel, 2 Threats of Disloyalty, 1 Electrickery, and 3 Molten Rain. Which are the cards to bring in here, Ref?
3 Molten Rains and 2 Negates. Maybe the Dispel, so that would be 6 cards.
6 cards
And
and
you take out 2 Fork Bolts, 1 Pillar of Flames, so 3, 2 Vapor Snags, that's 5, and maybe an Electrolyte, so that's 6. Perfect.
So it seems
So-
like he thought about it just before he entered the tournament, how to sideboard against Scapeshift. Perfect 6 cards to bring in, perfect 6 to take out. And what about Till Riffert, Simon?
Not as easy. I think I need some help here because there is Anger of the Gods in the sideboard, which is a pretty obvious inclusion. Then you have 3 Obstinate Bailout, which I think are great against Burn, and you definitely want to resolve them against Delver as well, but they of course aren't going to win you the game. So the big question is, are you going to go for a transformational plan with the Batterskull and 2 Inferno Titans as well, or are you mainly relying on Scapeshift, maybe even trying to bring in negates and a Swan Song to force it through?
I think Till has it planned already. We can't know for sure, but I think his main is just good as it is.
So no Inferno Titan?
And maybe anger instead of the electric. No, what do you take out for the angers?
But you definitely bring in Anger of the Gods, right? It doesn't kill Tarmogoyf most of the time, but you can get rid of Delvers and.
So what would you take out?
You mean his deck is perfect?
It's not. I'm not saying it's perfect, but like
Well,
we'd take out.
Honestly, I really like his Cyber. I think it's very good. I saw in Cyber last game, and he was bringing so many cards against Birthing Pod. Inferno Titan, Anger of the Gods, Batterskull. These cards are so good. Crozen Grip. I really like Crozen Grip.
In a sense, it's almost like what Patrick Dickman showed us with Twin, that you can actually go into a control game. So, for example, I think that Remand, except for Treasure Cruise, is pretty bad against Delver.
Yeah, I wouldn't play Remand.
Yeah, so that's already 4 sideboard slots.
I would probably bring in. How do you take the bell? Do you board in the Bella?
I really like the idea of just casting Inferno Titan. Like, it just wraths your opponent's board.
It's probably a good way to win as well.
And then maybe I actually take out Escape Shift.
He's probably looking into it, because if he takes out his Vapor Snag doesn't do much against Inferno Titan either.
No, and then it's a dead card otherwise.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, thinking about it, I would probably board in Inferno Titan.
And then you can shave off some of the more expensive cards. Don't know if you need 4 Cryptics. Don't know if you need 4 Escape Shifts if you bring in the other proactive cards. And then I think you have a pretty good blue-red-green control deck with the ramp element.
Teamer control.
Everything's teamer.
Teamer control against Teamer aggro in the finals here. We had Teamer combo in game 1. Now we're shifting to Teamer control.
We'll see soon enough if Till Riffert plays a turn 3 Obstinate Baloth, and if his hand is then Scapeshift and Counter Magic, or if it's Inferno Titan and more burn.
So we all agree that he definitely has to cyber the Baloths?
I think I like the Baloth.
Baloth doesn't block Tarmogoyf. Well, if it's a 3/4 it does, but if there's ever a Sakura Tri-Builder, it doesn't.
It would be a lot easier if this was a Monastery Swift Spear version. If it was only Blue-Red Delver, then it's not even a decision. It would be even easier if it was burn. Then you.
Oh, you would cyber Obstinate Baloth against burn?
The proto winner, Simon Gertzen.
You've thought about this.
Thanks for having me. But what I'm getting at is, if your opponent has the Tarmogoyf, it could actually be 4/5 when you drop the Baloth. So then it's just not a good 4-mana play.
On the draw, Remand is not great.
I take out all remands.
Do you think that is a charm?
I think I want as many answers to an early Delver as possible.
Is the Swan Song an option?
Oh, you can't do everything. You can't just bring in.
Sure.
I would not bring in Swan Song.
No?
I think the Swan Song would be like an alternative boarding plan. You'll bring in Swan Song, negate, and maybe Obstinate Baloth to buy time, and then you still go for Scapeshift as fast as possible with a 1-mana counter backup or negate counter backup. But I don't think that's the game that Till wants to play with this sideboard. I think he wants to anger. I think he wants to follow up with Baloth. I think he wants to ramp up to Inferno Titan. And at some point, I mean, this is the real beauty. If you have 3 dig through time, you don't need 4 escape shifts.
I think he took out 1 escape shift.
And I think that's what I would do as well.
He has other win condition. Inferno Titan is definitely a win condition. You don't need to get to 7.
Batterskull is a win condition.
Yeah, like a good one.
Solid one.
Very solid one.
Now, anyways, you guys were going for the escape shift, right? I was going for the Delver. I'm still not changing my mind. I think Molten Rain is going to change this matchup quite significantly.
I think it's very easy to overrate the impact of Molten Rain.
Yeah.
When you're playing against a deck with 4 Search for Tomorrow and 4 Sakura Tri-Builder, it's kind of this logic of, well, it says destroy target land, and my opponent's deck is built around lands, so I'm going to bring in the card that says destroy target land. But it's.
I think it would have been like Molten Rain is better when you're playing the Swift Spears.
Yeah.
Like you have more early pressure. If you have only 4 delvers, if you had 8 1-drops,
If you had 15 delvers,
15 delvers, I
15
would play more
delvers.
Molten Rains.
If I had 15 delvers, I would be very happy, man.
so the thing is here, the Molten Rains on the play clearly a threat if Till has a mana light draw, but it's just very unlikely for him to be actually mana screwed in such a deck.
So you think there's better cards to sideboard? Well, he's obviously gonna bring them, but
He's gonna bring them in,
If
but-
if we could have chosen before the tournament to have a specific sideboard in this matchup, you think there would have been better choices?
I think that cheap counter magic is better than Molten Rains.
Negate,
Deprive.
dispel,
Yeah,
deprive,
stuff like this.
Deprive would be better.
maybe Blood Moon.
No.
I'm not a fan of Blood Moon.
Blood Moon is pretty good also when your opponent is really trying to resolve a triple blue cryptic command.
Yeah, but then they tap out for Inferno Titan and Anger of the Gods, and you've basically not done anything with your 3 mana card. I think Blood Moon, if you have like one sideboard slot, then you play one Blood Moon and hope to get there. But otherwise I have very little respect for Blood Moon strategies.
Yeah, this is a Serum Visions Mountain and a lot of lands, it seems. 1 Lightning Bolt. Is it 4 lands?
Yeah, it's 4 lands. It's not a good hand.
Is this a keep?
On the play? That's really tough.
So that's on the play, mulligan to 6,
Yeah.
and your opponent is keeping 7. I think you go down to 5.
You just go down to 5 against the Scapeshift who kept at 7?
Like this hand is pretty much a 4-card hand,
Because
and a bad 4-card hand, because Bolt doesn't do anything, and you don't really need more than 2 lands, so it's pretty much a 3-card hand. Well,
Serum
it's-
Visions does count for a lot. I mean, the Serum Visions
Well, yeah,
is
that's
the
that's
reason
the
to
one. That's
keep
the,
it.
that's
but
the one card that's good.
also, like, it's not easy being down a game to take another mulligan. It doesn't feel good,
No.
but I think it would be the right play, and that's because I have so much respect for the power of this deck, basically.
And another land. Oh, these cards are terrible.
Immanuel doesn't agree. He keeps Serum Visions, draws a land now, 5 lands and a Lightning Bolt, and he's looking at Spell Snare and Remand. Does
Yeah.
he keep both?
Keep both.
He's gonna keep both. He's gonna be so slow.
I don't understand that at all. I think his role has to be completely different to what he's trying to do here.
Oh, he kept the Spell Snare.
Keep both the Spell Snare and the Remand.
All right. Maybe he's the one who boarded in the Battle Skulls and Inferno Titans.
He doesn't have them. I'm sorry. He does have Threats of Disloyalty to take Sakura Tribalder, but I don't think that's gonna
Here
work.
comes the Spell Snare.
Good thing he kept the Spell Snare, I guess.
He kept the Remand too.
Yep, he's gonna draw that one unless he fetches.
Oh yeah. Like yeah.
Well, this was already going very well for him. The fact that he managed to actually
Find a
spell snare
target, yeah.
something, and now has the remand up is pretty much perfect. But still, he's doing anything.
Yeah, and
Oh, his hand is
Till-
juicy.
Till Riffert
Inferno Titan.
basically cyber like you guys suggested. Inferno Titan, Obstinate Bailout, Anger of the Gods.
Yeah.
I
You-
didn't talk to him.
You
I'm
guys
good
are the
friends with him,
expert
but
for some
he.
reason.
I think this is what his sideboard wants to do,
Yeah.
and
I like that. I like that idea. I like the idea of going big.
especially because you need the answers, the early answers anyway. So you can't cut these. You can't cut the Izzet Charm. You definitely can't cut the red.
And when you're facing a
cut the
deck
red
that's like
cards.
doing everything to counter your big spells, you want to do something else than just
Yeah.
ramping and hoping they don't have enough counters.
And they aren't just going to cast 4 treasure cruises in a row. It's if you have a 4/4 obstinate bailout, they need a lot of cards. They definitely need 2 cards to get rid of
Mhm.
it.
And they
Or,
don't
or
really
of
have,
course a Tomograph.
they don't really have a hard counter for that.
No, they aren't countering all that much. I actually think that Spell Pierce was one of the weakest cards of the weekend. I've never really seen it be good.
This
Or
spell,
be-
this spell was pretty good.
This
We've
spell
seen
was good. I've seen a lot of good counters, but Spell Pierce, I don't know.
Oh, look at this one, Molten Rain. Molten Rain, no pressure, not my cup of tea.
It's almost like we discussed all of this.
We just knew.
But this is exactly the point. Now, Molten Rain clearly 2 damage, land gone, great stuff. But
Good for
when
you.
it's a good effect, and
Yeah.
that's why it's in the sideboard, and that's why Immanuel is bringing it in. But Till Riffert is not like, oh, I've lost. He's like, all right, that's a Montwain, I guess.
That's cute.
And Till Riffert is not even trying to ramp up to 7 or 8 mana
No,
immediately.
It's 4 or 6. Doesn't even have escape shift.
Yeah, this is not looking very good for Immanuel.
Seven is 4 mana. So what can he actually win with? Like he needs a Tarmogoyf like very soon, or something to win with.
I think, and I still think that his hand was not capable. If you
Alright.
don't put pressure onto Scapeshift,
Actually, this is getting much better.
But
He
the-
drew a treasure cruise of the Serum Visions, and then on the top 2 cards are Tarmogoyf and Delver.
all right. So without the treasure cruise, it would all be pretty slow. But now, if he treasure cruises into these 2
Yeah,
cards,
these are like this game could not go any better with the hand he kept. He played his spell snare. The Remand found a card that could actually do something. Then the Molten Rain got him a couple turns.
but it wasn't even a good hand to fuel treasure cruise with. So it somehow all fit together. But keeping these 2 cards on top, that didn't even.
No, keeping these 2 on top was good.
No, the first 2.
Oh, the first 2, yeah.
I
well,
think that
it
was
turned
very
out,
ambitious.
It turned out great for him.
It turned out great, but it was very ambitious.
I thought you were talking about Tarmogoyf and Delver.
No, that's not a decision.
You guys keep on talking. Search for Tomorrow suspend at 1 now. Let's see if Till Riffert actually has the second green mana for the. He does second green mana for Till Riffert. He goes to 15. Obstinate Bailout there. Gonna be able to block the Tarmogoyf?
For now, I think so.
I think that die there means that it's a 3/4 creature right now.
We
Oh,
have
wow.
Vapor Snag. That's a pretty good flip there.
He's coming back in this game.
He was never out of it.
Well,
It wasn't looking good.
He
when
wasn't
saw
looking
his
very
open, but
good at all.
It's not like he was under pressure.
But not having a creature out for the first 4 turns is pretty huge. I still think that
Yeah.
Scapeshift is still favored. But yeah, if the Tamarav is attacking here,
he's gonna bolt him. Yeah, bolt Till. So Tarmogoyf is a 4/5.
Is it a 4/5?
Yeah, it's a 4/5.
There's a creature. Oh, there's a
Yeah, yeah.
Sakura Tribalder. That makes a lot of sense. So Till takes 3. Now facing Dispel, Vapor Snag,
Well, this
and
spell is
Lightning
not
Bolt.
doing anything. Like the Inferno Titan's coming
yeah,
down
it's
now.
it's Titan time.
But what is Titan gonna do?
Inferno Titan kills
Clogging
kills
Time.
the
Delver?
kills
Then
the
it gets-
Insectile Aberration.
Then it gets bounced. He goes
And?
to 12, takes 4, goes to 8.
Plays the Inferno Titan again.
Yeah, I think attacking is good.
Snapcaster Mage.
Bouncing attacking is good.
Yeah, that's what you do when you have the
well,
Vapor
you
Snag, but
oh,
it's still.
that's really bad.
Yeah, I mean, this is still
Yeah,
is still super impactful card for Till.
Till drew
Scapeshift.
Scapeshift, so that would be
There we have it. Inferno Titan comes down to the Insectile Aberration 1 to Immanuel. He's now at 15, but his opponent at 13. Maybe with another bolt, could it be enough?
12. No,
12, 8. No, he's 2 damage short. He
And
From-
Till was smart in already blocking the Tamarav last turn when he could. So it's actually funny how all of his cards have are kind of safe from Vapor Snag with their
True.
Oh, now he's
enters
doing
the
negate.
battlefield.
he drew negate. So
That's
if
That's what I said is better than Molten Rain.
So
You
what do
need-
do?
you
Do
need
you go
these-
for the kill, or
You need
do
these
you
counter spells.
this is gonna be the question: does he go for the kill, or does he just play the Inferno Titan? It seems like
He doesn't have double green.
he does have double
he
green.
does have double green.
But he doesn't even need to
Oh,
play.
he has a green land. Okay.
Oh, the Sakura Tribalder is gonna block the Tarmogoyf.
Yeah.
Now he goes to 7.
7? Oh yeah, 7.
This is so close.
It's much closer again than I thought it would be.
Scapeshift, does it resolve?
No, probably not.
It's only close because of the negate, though,
Doesn't
right?
Yeah.
resolve.
Without the negate, Till would have won.
Now
and
is he
gotten
gonna
the
draw?
trophy here?
What can he? Yeah, like
He's got a lot of draws here.
Yeah,
Is he gonna fire off? I
he
don't
doesn't-
think he needs to fire off
yeah,
the lightning
or
bolt.
maybe he can do treasure cruise
Yeah.
into something better, but he doesn't need to play it right away. Wow.
Very close. 1-0 for Till Riffert. Can he pick up the second game, or is he gonna? Is it gonna go to the final third game
No,
of
I think he should keep it.
too late?
Because if he draws another vapor snag, he wins.
Yeah, it seems. I don't think that bolting the Sakura
But-
Trap Elder is necessarily bad, but the timing is weird.
Yeah,
You can just wait and see.
Wait till you draw the one red mana is not going to be relevant.
Get perfect information first.
I don't see Immanuel tapping out 5 mana next turn.
Thought Car, Serum Visions.
Like what? And concentrate.
He draws. What does he draw? Is that a remand? I
If
can't
it's-
see.
It's 3.
He's taking 2 mana. It's
Yeah.
probably another Tarmogoyf, right?
Oh,
Here we have
wow.
another Tarmogoyf. Is that
That-
gonna be lethal?
That's lethal. Yeah.
Let's take a look. What does Till Riffert has?
Wow. He drew a very, very good sequence of cards.
There we see the scoop from Till Riffert. Immanuel Gerschenson. He takes game 2.
That was
You guys,
great.
after when he kept and then he drew the Mystery Rainforest, you were like, yeah, we've got our champion. No, we don't have our champion. We're going to game 3.
That was a great
You see,
sequence
you
of
see-
cards.
You see, Simon Gersh is very quiet now. His countryman lost the second game. He was like saying it's all over. It's not over.
I didn't say that.
And I didn't say that.
It's.
And I'm the one who says that.
I think that the cyber plan from Till was great. I think that the Molten Rain without pressure wasn't great. Inferno Titan could have stopped the beatdown, but then Till was correct to go for the win with Scapeshift, but his opponent had drawn negate, so it doesn't get much closer than that.
It was very close. And despite drawing all of these cyber cards, he still lost to a pretty mediocre hand.
Like would Till have won if he had played the Titan instead of the?
I think
I
he
think so.
would. Given full information, given perfect information,
would have won.
if you recast the Titan,
I think you win.
yes, you win.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna say you win.
What was Emmanuel's life?
When the game ended, I think it was below 10.
So it would have been 7.
So actually, just threatening to
Yeah.
attack with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Titan.
yeah. It would have been over.
So Till Riffert gonna reconsider these remands now when he's on the play?
Didn't have Does he have remands?
He cybered them out, but is he gonna bring them back in?
I don't think so.
I don't think you.
You don't want remands.
There's no
against-
game plan where you want remand in this matchup.
No?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Not even a choice? Not even a chance? Like you're on the play, you can remand the Tarmogoyf on turn 2.
Yeah, well.
Even that's not good? You said that
Nah, you
in
want-
game 1 you were thinking about the remand as being very good.
Yeah, the way Till Riffert played it was really good because he didn't spend it on a 1-mana spell. But Immanuel Gerschenson is also now boarding into a deck that has even more counter magic of its own. And these remands are not going to do what the Scapeshift deck wants to do. It also interferes with the plan of casting Obstinate Bailiff and Inferno Titan. The remands to me really make the least sense.
Okay, I guess you got me there. So no remand for Till Riffert unless he cybers out the Obstinate Bailouts and the Titans again, but I don't think he's gonna do that.
You can play one remand to have it on turn 2.
That's what you would do and win a Pro Tour?
Not with remand though.
No, with Bloodbraid Elf. Into Blightning. How many times did you do it at that Pro Tour?
At least once. So I think both players are not really sideboarding much. Or did you see Till go to his sideboard
Yeah,
here?
he changed a couple of cards. I think he changed like 2 or 3 cards. Maybe he was just trying to confuse his opponent.
Just not give him too much information. Yeah.
Yeah, an interesting one. Last game, last in semifinals, his opponent Till Riffert was sideboarding, and then his opponent went to the deck list and he was like, "Could you show me Crossing Grip?" Because it wasn't his sideboard, but Till Riffert had actually put it in, so he didn't want to reveal it that he put it in. So he was like, "You should call a judge."
I could show it to you from my sideboard, but why don't you call it, judge?
Yeah.
It's actually some kind like this kind of tricks. That's very hard when you're playing against them.
So now you're gonna try that?
Yeah, all the time. Show me. Well, every time I have the deck list of my opponent in my hand, I'm gonna do that.
Every time you're playing in the top 8 of a GP and the World Championships, will you get the deck list there? You think?
I
Yeah,
think
you
so,
probably
yeah,
are.
definitely.
But once you get to the finals,
Just to know if your opponent plays it or not. Can I have the? Can you show me that card? I just want to know the. Show me from the sideboard. It's fine. Just show me your sideboard. Come on, I know it.
All right. These are also joking around here.
Final game of the finals
Yeah,
of
and
GP Madrid.
It's. I don't know about you, but I think there's always some kind of a relaxed atmosphere to the finals. Like the players are always chatty and happy to be there. It's almost never like a cutthroat atmosphere. I really like that about the European GPs. I've been covering at least.
off we go. This seems like a very expensive hand for Till Riffert.
Is that a negate?
That's a negate,
Is
Anger
that a
of the
negate?
Gods,
He boarded a negate.
Inferno Tide. Yeah, he has to mulligan, no accelerator, and just way too slow. Immanuel Gerschenson, is he gonna keep at 7? There's a Vapor Snack, Serum Visions, a land, show us some more cards, a Delver of Secrets, Stomping Ground, and the Young Pyromancer.
very
That's
If you have
probably
a
keep.
land and a Delver, you keep. But it's funny how Vapor Snack is not really the card you think of as being important against Scapeshift, but it allowed Immanuel Gerschenson to steal the game when Inferno Titan had already resolved.
1 mana take care of a 6 mana spell.
And you take 1, and I get to attack you. And you're going to be scared to replay it.
It's a lot of ends.
Yeah, for just 1 mana, that's a lot.
Till Riffert hoping for a better 6 here in the finals of Grand Prix Madrid. 1-1. The winner is going to be our Grand Prix champion. The loser, still second place, qualifies for the Pro Tour, gets himself some nice money to go home with. Still a great shot to be in, right? Here we have Scapeshift, Cryptic Command, Lightning Bolt, Dictator Time. Oh, this is not good.
This
Might be an anticlimax. I mean, this mulligan to 5 when you have so many expensive cards in your deck after sideboarding.
This is what we talked about in game 1 when both players mulligan to 6. Ultimately, Temur Delver is the deck that can operate off of 5 cards, because you can still just go turn 1 Delver, turn 2 Young Pyromancer or Tarmogoyf, then cantrip into Treasure Cruise. But Till Riffert, I mean, he has the dig through time, but that's just going to be 2 blue for 2 cards, so it's not a great advantage. And now he's more likely just going to, well, have not enough lands to cast his spells. Scapeshift is not going to be as scary, but I mean, that at least looks like a pretty good 5.
That's keeping.
That's a good 5 indeed, but he's on the...
Oh wait, I was like, what?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh,
I'm not on the play. I used to be on the play every game in this
Nice
tournament.
try.
Can you show me that Crossing Grab? Anyway, off we go. Breeding Pool, Search for Tomorrow, Suspend. So that one will resolve on turn 3. Maybe turn 3 Obstinate Bailout, pretty good against Young Pyromancer.
That's pretty much describes Till Riffert's 5-card hand.
That's it?
It's 3 lands, Search for Tomorrow, and Obstinate Bailout. So Immanuel Gerschenson will need to go to the air or create a large Tarmogoyf.
Or you could kill with Double Bolt, or Vapor Snag with a lot of tokens.
And that's Snapcaster Mage?
Yeah, Snapcaster Mage for Till Riffert. So interesting, if Immanuel doesn't flip his Delver here, Till could actually block with the Snapcaster Mage.
Well, he did draw He did flip it, so.
Yeah, flipped it with a Treasure Cruise. So a 3-2 Insectal Aberration now for Immanuel Gerschenson, putting Till already down to 15. Is he gonna play some cantrips or just gonna play the Young Pyromancer?
Is he gonna run into the Anger of the Gods? He hasn't played a probe yet, so he doesn't know if his opponent is holding an Anger or not.
Yeah, but then the question becomes: do you really want to play the detection probe before you play the Young Pyromancer?
I would play it before, yeah.
Yeah.
Me too. That also shows you if there's remand. Not that I would expect remand out of my Scapeshift opponents, but that is definitely a valuable information to have.
I think it's not even that bad if Till. Oh, Immanuel is gonna Serum Visions? Not even gonna play his Young Pyromancer? He just doesn't want to put any pressure onto his opponent.
Well, that's not the point. Is that he's playing conservatively against master removal. But now, if Till Riffert untabs and just bolts the aberration, he's sitting there with no pressure again. Then he could have a Molten Rain, but it's the same thing.
I like being bold and just like play all my creatures when I can.
It's just correct.
Yeah.
If your opponent has the Anger, then you need to rebuild. But you aren't losing this game because you lost 2 creatures to Anger of the Gods. That's just not how it works.
Especially not against the mulligan to 5.
Yeah, you have
but
to.
you would lose to a Lightning Bolt and not being able to have a.
I mean, even the Obstinate Bailout is quite the threat here.
Yeah. Like, what is he gonna do? Does he have a bounce? Does he have a Vapor Snag in
Well,
here?
he's just gonna block it with a lot of tokens.
But Vapor Snagging Obstinate Bailout is really not what you want to be doing.
Yeah, I know, but.
And then you're still losing to Anger of the Gods, right? Like,
yeah, that doesn't change the problem.
If you're playing around Anger of the Gods by not playing Young Pyromancer, but then your plan is to play the Pyromancer and bounce the Bailout, then you've really just given your opponent 4 life and not done anything.
Oh, there's another Bailout.
For Till Riffert. He plays the first one thanks to the flooded.
All right, Immanuel is on 16. That's 4 hits by Obstinate Bailouts.
Till goes up to 18.
This game, we have a game.
We have a game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, but Young Pyromancer is gonna do a lot of work in blocking these Obstinate Bailouts. Well, the tokens are. I don't think Immanuel should Vapor Snag here. Feel like you could easily wait till you play that Young Pyromancer.
But you know what's gonna happen? He's gonna play Young Pyromancer, then Till is gonna draw the Anger of the Gods.
Or the Inferno Titan.
Or, well, Titan's not. He doesn't have the mana for the Titan.
But if the Bailouts buy him the time to get the Titan down,
Yeah.
or draw into Anger of the Gods, it's like I said, I love the sideboard plan. We'll see how it works out, but just the fact that he has this 4/4 body makes it so much more difficult for Immanuel to play. If Till was just sitting there ramping and just trying to find a point where he can resolve Scapeshift, Immanuel it would be so much easier for Immanuel.
Sitting behind a Delver alone is not. I don't think it's a good strategy. He's gonna prove us wrong for sure, but I don't think it's a good strategy.
I would have just played the Young Pyromancer and I
Same.
would have been really happy about my
Yeah.
draw and my position.
And he has his Treasure Cruise too.
Exactly.
So if they all die, he can rebuild a little later.
Now, Insectal Aberration gets in Till Riffert down to 15. I guess we're going to see a Young Pyromancer this time around. There we have it. Young Pyromancer. Yeah, there we have it for Immanuel Gerschenson.
Oh yeah, what's the other card? What's the blue card? Is it in the gate? No.
It's a Snapcaster,
Snapcaster.
and
Oh,
now
yeah,
it
that's
is
in the
negate. So he's got
Oh
both.
wow, it's in the. Oh wow, negate's actually pretty good here.
So do you fire off the Vapor Snag right away? Or you're just gonna take 4? I think taking 4 is better.
Yes. And I mean,
And then you could bounce this one.
yeah, you Vapor Snag the second one, I think. Just because you want to be doing something, and that's a reasonable line, but I mean, it doesn't feel great. It's not like you're happy to bounce that Bailout, I think.
Well, you get a token off of it, and you get another card in your graveyard for Treasure Cruise. I guess that's what we're gonna see right now.
So we've got no land drop, by the way. That's very important when we are looking at the possibility of an Inferno Titan. Look,
He's
Now
not
he's
gonna.
not bouncing it. I
He's
don't
not gonna
understand
bounce.
that line. Because like that was the tempo thing. bouncing end of turn was huge here, because he gets the extra card in the graveyard, the extra mana to play a card of the Treasure Cruise. So
An
he's
extra 3 damage?
an extra
Or 4 damage?
Yeah, 3 or 4 damage.
Well, he does have a second copy of Young Pyromancer, so maybe he wants two tokens off his Vapor Snag.
No, that doesn't make sense. It's not the point of the Pyromancers to make as many tokens as possible. You just
Well,
need enough to win the
If
game.
that was the case, he would have played before attacks, and bounced it and played the second one. I don't understand his line here.
Because it's weaker against Anger of the Gods as well. He didn't really force his opponent to have the Anger on turn 3. So now he's kind of setting himself up to be just raised by the Bailoffs. What do you do if the Bailoffs just attack you after
Yeah,
Anger
he's
of
on
the Gods?
11. Like, he's not actually that high on life.
But Till doesn't have the Anger yet, does he?
No, he doesn't have it.
So
He has Snapcaster, Snapcaster Mage, and a Negate.
Not a great hand in that position.
It's not that bad. Like, he has a lot. He can draw into a lot of stuff. He can draw into Pyroclasm. He can draw, like, Bolt would be amazing here.
It wouldn't be amazing. It would be a star. Pyroclasm would be amazing. Electrolyze would be amazing.
Bolt would do pretty much the same job.
Immanuel is tapping out for
Snapcaster
Treasure
Mage.
Cruise, guys.
And he played a land too. He played a land this turn, right? Yeah, he played the Sulfur Falls.
These are some strange plays by Immanuel
Like, if he
Gerschenson.
draws,
He's
like,
just
if he draws either Pyroclasm, Bolt, is a charm would be good. No,
But now Anger is through the roof, and
yeah.
it would have gotten negated. I thought that Immanuel's
His Dictator
plan
charm,
here
it
was
doesn't do
that
anything.
holding up negate at least was valuable, but now it's really just going to be take 4.
All right.
that is indeed what it's going to be. Immanuel is going down to 7. He's losing an elemental token, but now he's got a lot of cards to work with.
Now he's gonna attack. He's gonna attack with the Pyromancer. He's gonna, and Till's probably just gonna block with a Snapcaster Mage.
Well,
Then Immanuel's instants are going to have a say as well.
What?
Lightning Bolt.
Oh, he has a negate. Till has a negate in hand.
Yeah, next turn
but
it's going to be
allowing
the
Immanuel
lightning-
to play all these spells, like
The lightning bolt would have just like blocked the. I would have killed a Bailoff. I don't think Treasure Cruise is a good idea that turn.
it does make sense, like in the abstract, to play 4 mana for a spell that would have cost 1 a turn later.
Yeah, but that doesn't. Oh,
What's
he's just
going
gonna
on?
he's double block.
Wow. He's actually not giving any value to his young Pyromancer. I guess with the second one, it just doesn't make sense. Till Riffert goes down to 13 from an attack from the Insectile Aberration. Now Immanuel, he untaps with a bunch of cards, 8 cards
But
in
he's
his hand.
facing like 2 Bailoff, like 2 4/4s. What is he doing against them?
He didn't want to go down to 7.
But he's okay.
Now he goes to 10. Yeah, if he would have gone down to 7, this would have been 6, and that's 2 Lightning Bolts, or Snapcaster Lightning Bolt.
Because now, whatever happens, like Tilt's gonna be able to play his Dig Through Time. It's probably gonna be able. Yeah, okay. What is it? Serum
Visions,
yeah.
make a token, make an elemental one. Till Riffert not gonna pull the trigger
Yeah.
on that negate there. 2 cards, a Tarmogoyf, and he doesn't even have a green yet for the Tarmogoyf, and a Spell
Oh yeah, he
Snare.
doesn't have green.
But he opted not to get green to
Yeah.
save on damage, save on life.
So is he keeping the Spell Snare? Probably, right?
It's incredible to me how Till Riffert's draw is so bad. Like negate, Snapcaster, Dig Through Time, that's pretty awful draws. And he's somehow putting on this pressure, even if it's only existing in Immanuel Gerschenson's head, that these Bailoffs have to be blocked, which I think was not how you had to play this game. And basically the Vapor Snag in Immanuel Gerschenson's hand, he tapped out to Treasure Cruise, so he didn't even have it to protect his Insect Aberration.
Yeah, I
So
guess
now
you guys
he-
in the chat don't agree as well, but he's still winning this game, right? He's
Yeah,
still in good shape.
He's 1 Pyroclasm away.
Well,
From
not
losing?
really. He's one Anger of the Gods because the card on top is a Spell Snare.
But can he counter back? Can he fight through a negate?
No, but no, he cannot.
So if Till Riffert draws a Pyroclasm, he wins on the spot.
I think he does. Yeah,
No, he
Vapor
doesn't.
Snag.
Double lightning bolt. Oh no, that one gets negated as well. Let's see if there is a pyroclasm or an anger of the gods on top. It's
That's
a
a
lance.
lance.
This does allow him to play the dictator time. But isn't he looking?
He's
Why?
actually so far ahead in the race.
Well, like
Isn't
Now he's
isn't
facing a lot
isn't
of-
Till dead next turn with the double lightning bolt?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
So if Till Riffert
No, he
goes
can-
for
he can-
dictator
he
time, he's
can-
actually dead.
he can block with Snapcaster.
No, but if he goes for dictator time,
Oh yeah, well that would be. Okay, I see what you mean.
yeah, but it seems like we're just gonna see a block here on the double attack from Till Riffert.
I think we might actually see Immanuel kill the Balos.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen.
I think that's the best. That's the most conservative line you can take here. It is only bad if your opponent draws into mass removal and manages to resolve it, which is quite unlikely. And then you still have a full graveyard. You're doing pretty great here. I mean, the fact that he's been chump blocking these bailouts the whole time means that if he now just gets rid of them, I think that would be the time.
Actually, there we have the lightning bolt. He's well, he first has to say the target,
I
honestly.
think
but
he's targeting Till. It doesn't look like a bolt that's targeting a
it is
bailout.
indeed targeting
Yeah.
Till. So Till goes down to 10 life, halfway there for Immanuel to win the finals of Grand Prix Madrid. Are we gonna see a second lightning bolt?
He has to, right?
Now he's just going.
Oh
for
no,
it.
no, no. Well, and now. Yeah, Till's gonna counter that one, right? Oh, Vapor Snag on what? On the bailout.
Well, it makes sense because
Oh yeah, that's fine.
the lightning bolt is still lethal next turn, and maybe he can get a counter off of this. Simon doesn't seem to agree.
Nah, that should be game.
I
So
wasn't
that would
sure
be,
if
that would be
you
9.
couldn't still
He
just
attacks 4,
lightning
6,
bolt.
9. Yeah, he attacks 4 enough.
Yeah, the negate on the lightning bolt is still relevant though.
Yeah.
That's a Delver. That's not gonna do much. Oh, there's a spell snare on the
Till's on 9.
spell snare on the negate.
Yeah, we heard that. We've seen that.
Let's see what happens now.
He's seen the.
Snapcaster Mage block.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Watch out, Till. Tap your mana correctly. That looks kind of dangerous. Mountain and Flood Grove is not.
Snapcaster Mage. Spell snare. Is this game?
If Till has a lightning bolt or an Izzet Charm in this game,
Yeah.
I think he wins it
Yeah,
easily,
easily.
even after a mulligan to 5.
Yeah.
It's really just the fact that turn 1 that the early Delver wasn't stopped.
And there we see the spell snare on the stack at this moment. Till Riffert can't let that one resolve, right? Well, he can, and go down to 3. It seems like Immanuel didn't get his elemental token. It might still be on the stack, but there's no elemental token untapped at this point. But Till Riffert's gonna negate anyway. Here we have it, negate on the spell snare, hoping to block with his Snapcaster Mage on the young Pyromancer.
If he bolts the,
Snapcaster Mage.
what happens?
He takes 6. He goes down to 3, and then Serum Visions could draw him another copy.
No, he can block.
Seems like we're getting a block there from Till Riffert. And next turn, Till is gonna play that Obstinate Bailout once again.
That's why I was wondering if you didn't want to end of turn bolt your opponent, and then have the Vapor Snag as a backup if your opponent tries, for example, for a Snapcaster Mage.
So how much that is? That would be 7 damage if no blocks. Okay, block. Is there a bolt coming? Like bolt is pretty relevant now. Like it doesn't have to play it now.
He still,
I mean, it's still no, but
he still gets an extra elemental token off of it.
the extra elemental token is pretty much irrelevant now. Till has to flip the board.
Yeah, which he's been trying to do, or
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to draw the sweeper for a very long time. Tarmogov not even relevant this whole game. Immanuel not even fetching for green.
So he's on the 1 life.
Till Riffert on 1 life. He
Spin
can't
nothing.
even fetch the Misty Rainforest. Tyrion Vision draws. That's a negate.
Oh, if that's a negate, then
And a
that's
spell
game.
and a treasure cruise. I think we know our. Yeah, I think we do know our champion here.
Having perfect information is allows us to foresee the future. Like now, does he have a negate? Yeah, he drew a negate, right?
He does draw.
of
He
the
did draw a
visions,
negate.
yes.
Yep.
So he would negate about anything, right?
He's probably even gonna play the Delver as well.
Just for the Robins.
Yeah, there we see Stomping Ground. He goes to 6, but he does play a second Delver of Secrets. This is a pretty good board when your opponent's at 1. Till Riffert draws.
And
It's a
it's a
Misty
land.
Rainforest that he can't even play that
Is he
one.
gonna extend the hand? Is he gonna fetch?
Obstinate Bailout gets him to 5. There we have it, the handshake. Immanuel Gerschenson from Austria with Teamer Delver winning Grand Prix Madrid. There we have the crowd. They are cheering for their friend. Great performance by Immanuel Gerschenson. A couple of strange choices, but it worked out great. I mean, if you look at the hand he kept in game 2, and then game 3 he made a very early block with Young Paramounts, but it worked out perfectly.
Yeah, maybe we were wrong all along. Maybe he was right all along.
Yeah, there we have him. He's already got the trophy next to him. What a great performance. And maybe Treasure Cruise is as good as we thought it was. It's still winning this tournament. It was the only one in the top 8.
The only one in the top 8, the only one standing.
Only two blue players in the top 8 actually playing in the finals. Teamer Delver against Scapeshift. Victory time against Treasure Cruise. It was Treasure Cruise that won the whole thing.
All right, maybe that's the best card.
Okay, Siege Rhino, I'm sorry for you. We've got a new friend.
But yeah, the conclusion is definitely Treasure Cruise is a very good card, but I don't think it's worth the ban.
Not yet?
Not yet. We'll see if
You just want to play with it at the World Championship.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, you've already told us. You just don't know yet what to play at the World Championships. I guess a weekend full of Modern certainly helped you to understand the format a little bit better.
Still don't know what the best deck is, but
There we have our our winner, Immanuel Gerschenson.
come on, give us a good
Yeah,
give us a good profile
give me
picture.
a good picture.
Give us smile. Give us
And
give
don't
us
go-
strength and pride.
He does look happy. Yeah, there we have the trophy of the finalists. That's actually a finalist trophy. Yeah, Immanuel is gonna move over to the booth as soon as he can, but we will be back here. Here we are, back to the booth. Welcome everyone. We know our winner, Immanuel Gerschenson with Teamer Delver.
Treasure Cruise wins the tournament.
We